warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how's it going? Okay, this video is a short history of the origin and development of the English language. Let's check it out. The history of the English language really started with the arrival of three Germanic tribes who invaded Britain during the 5th century. These tribes is the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jews. Closest to North Sea from what today is Denmark and northern Germany. At the time, the inhabitants of Britain spoke the Celtic language, but most of the Celtic speakers were pushed west or north by the invaders. Mainly into what is now Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. The Angles came from England, and their language was called English, from which the words England and English are derived. Old English for 115 until 1108. The invading Germanic tribes spoke similar language, which Britain developed into what we now call Old English. Old English does sound or look like English today. Native English speakers now would have a great difficulty understanding Old English. Nevertheless, about half of the most commonly used words in modern English have Old English roots. The word be strong and waters, for example, derived from Old English. Old English was spoken until around 1100. Then, Middle English from 1100 until 1500. In 1066, William the Conqueror took up Normandy, part of modern France, invaded and conquered England. The new conquerors called it the Normans. Brought with them a kind of French which became the language of the king, a kind of linguistic class division, where the lower classes spoke English and the upper class spoke French. 14th century. English became dominant in Britain again, but with many French words added to the language. It's called Middle English. It was the language of the Great Council 1314 until 1400. But it was difficult for native speaker English to understand today. Next, Modern English. Early Modern English from 1500 until 1800. Towards the end of Middle English, accepted and distinct change in pronunciation to create plosive status, with vowels being pronounced shorter and shorter. From the 16th century, the British had contact with many peoples from around the world. This and the renaissance of classical, many new words and phrases entered this language in the invasion of Britain also meant that it was now the common language in Britain. Books became cheaper and more people learning to read. Printing also brought standardization to English. Spelling and grammar became fixed, and the dialect of London were mass published. Next, late Modern English from 1800 until present. The main difference between early Modern English and late Modern English is vocabulary. Late Modern English has many more words, arising from two principal factors. Firstly, the Industrial Revolution and technology created a need for new words. Secondly, the British Empire at its height covered 1/4 of the Earth's surface. And the English language adopted foreign words from many countries, varieties of English from the West. From around 1600, the English colonization of North America resulted in the creation of distinct American variety of English. Some English pronunciation of what froze when they visit America. In some ways, American English is more like the English of Shakespeare than modern British English. In some expression that the British call American in fact original British expressions that were preserved in the colonials were lost for the time in Britain. For example, dress for runners. Lawn has evolved instead of land, and fall for out. Another example, imported into Britain took Hollywood gangster movies. Spanish also had an influence in American English and subsequently British English, with words like canyon, range, standard, and vigilante, being example of Spanish words that entered English through the settlement of the Americans. French words took Louisiana, and West African words took the slave trade. Also influenced American English, and so to an extent Britain English. Today, American English is particularly influential to the USA's dominance of the cinema, television, popular music, trade, and technology, including the internet. But there are many other varieties of English around the world, including, for example, Australian English, New Zealand English, Canadian English, South African English, Indian English, and Caribbean English. Okay guys, that's short history about English language that can I describe. If something is missing, I apologize to you guys. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.